Making the headlines this morning, wife of Anambra State Governor, Mrs. Soludo, vows to ensure hygiene campaign reaches all homes in Anambra. 25 hotels, banks sealed in Anambra State over non-payment of taxes and levies. Over 100 directors failed test to become principals of Unity School. COVID-19, Philippine students returned to school first time in 2 years. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tax ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Nanya Soludo, has vowed to ensure that her campaign for hygiene and healthy living reaches all Anambra homes. A correspondent, Daniel Ezigwe, completes the story.
Mrs. Soludo, who started this in Oka, observed that as hygiene and healthy living advocate, she was disturbed by the spread of diseases and death that occur especially among pregnant women and children as a result of unhealthy living practices. The governor's wife noted that while the statistics call for stronger actions, including strategic policies and education, she is determined to collaborate with relevant stakeholders to ensure that the message is taken directly to households, including rural and semi-rural areas. She further stated that though her husband's administration is making serious efforts to remodel the state's health sector, the peculiarity of hygiene and healthy living means that close-up interventions are essential to achieve desired results. Mrs. Soludo, however, noted that it is also important for the people to understand the imperative of living healthy as a deliberate process, including being careful with what they consume, the production procedures for each consumable, as well as the habitability of their environments. She added that with the proliferation of inorganic food products across markets, consumers must also make a healthy choice to avoid the health consequences of such products. In Oka, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
About 25 hotels and banks have been sealed in Oka and environs by Anambra State Internal Revenue Services (AIRS) over non-payment of sanitation levies, business premises and other taxes to the state government. Some of the sealed hotels are Mumbai Festus Hotel, Finotel Classic Hotel and Shalom Hotel, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata completes this report.
Others include Zaramax Hotel, New World Lounge, Landmark Hotel Nibo, Summit Splendor Hotel Oka, Ndiolo Microfinance Bank Oka, and Nigeria Police Force Microfinance Bank, among others. Speaking to journalists after the exercise, the head of the team and desk officer in charge of Anambra State Waste Management Authority under AIRS, Mr. James Morgan Ezodele, said the enforcement was basically made following a court order on 11th August 2022 to seal off those business premises for refusal or failure to appear in court after being served with writ of summons as they refused to pay stipulated levies to the state government. Mr. Zodele also said that the exercise was part of the state government's resolve to boost its revenue and to ensure that the environments are clean by removal of waste across the roads and streets.
So His Excellency is working day and night to make sure those rubbish are being removed from the roads. And it is not what he can do ordinarily. We need finance to do it. So people are encouraged to pay their sanitation bill. By so doing, you see money to pay that doing the evacuation of the waste.
For the Anambra Central Zonal Coordinator under Non-Tax Department of AIRS, Mr. Sylvester Uzo disclosed that the exercise would be continuous to ensure that every dime owed to the state government would be paid. He warned business owners and companies not to pay their levies or tax to anyone at hand, but through the designated government's account with the ANSID number, while adding that with these payments, it will encourage the dividends that are expected from the state government, urging Anambra to support Governor Chukwuma Soludo administration.
My advice to all Anambarians is to go back to make sure that we pay all your levy. The government of Soludo is ready to serve people, and it must also serve them with the money. The money we are generating must come from the state. So everybody, both the household, the industries, hoteliers, all Anambrans inclusive, must make sure they pay all their levies. More importantly, to go to any of the commercial bank or use our POS to pay those money directly to government IDR account.
On his part, the counsel to the State's Revenue House, Barrister Barnabas Udemba, pointed that violation of the court order after being served with court summon results to contempt of court and defaulters would be severely punished. In Awka, Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
The member representing Urumba South, the constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Imanwafo, has urged the government at all levels to see youth as a tool for transformation of Nigeria in order to set the entryway to national growth and development. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim reports that the legislator, while speaking to journalists from Japan in a telephone interview, lauded Governor Chukwuma Soludo for setting the pace in youth empowerment by giving them opportunity to serve Anambra State. Honorable Nwafo, who noted that the future of Nigeria lies in the youth, said taking away the willingness, commitment and engagement of the youth nation building will have dire consequences which have been manifesting especially in maintaining the peace of the country. The lawmaker observed that Anambra State is now enjoying relative peace because the administration of Governor Soludo engaged them actively in development of the state. He identified a Youth Earnestly Seek Solution, a youth organization which the governor is using to empower the youth and fight crime as one of the surest way to develop their hidden talents and engage them in nation building. The lawmaker maintained that if youths, especially those from poor parental backgrounds, are not abandoned in the scheme of things, it will give a clear picture that their potential as change agents in the society is being greatly recognized. He advised the youths to shun all forms of indecent acts capable of jeopardizing their future and work out their ideas in every walk of life, as well as set their thoughts towards achieving their potential to guarantee sustainable development of Anambra and Nigeria at large. Philanthropist Ekwozo empowers 50 indigent women with 20,000 naira each, 5 others with vehicles at Umuawolo, Okasal, Kensu area. The founder, Ide Global Movement Chief Azubike Ekwozo, has empowered 50 women with cash as well as vehicles to 5 other beneficiaries. ABS correspondent Ngozi Obileri covered the event, which took place at his country home, Umuawolo, in Okasal, Kensu area. Her report.
Women were given 20,000 naira each to start small-scale businesses to improve their lives and boost their local market, which the benefactor, Chief Azubike Ekwozo, complained has been recording low turnout of traders. Another 5 persons, including a widow, also got shuttle buses, Toyota Corolla car, and Dynamini lorry, respectively. Members of APGA Umuawolo Ward came out in their numbers to be part of the event and to show solidarity to one of their own, Chief Ekwozo. Speaking while handing over the key of the Dynamini lorry to the benefactor, the traditional ruler of Umuawolo, Igwe Joel Egwonwu, said that Chief Ekwozo is a blessing to the community, as he listed many ways he has helped people of the community, including building of houses for widows and widowers, awarding scholarships to indigent children from primary to university level, empowerment of many youths of the community, and other community development projects. Igwe Egwonwu said that Chief Ekwozo was sent by God as hope for the hopeless, praying God to bless him with long life and good health.
God will continue to uphold him. God will continue to strengthen him. God will continue to open doors of wealth, so that he will continue to do what God has destined him to do on this planet Earth. So we are very happy. Umuawolo is happy. Obizi is happy. Awka South is happy. Anambra State is happy. In fact, the whole country. Because if you go to Lagos, if you go to Abuja, everywhere is the same way he's doing.
Responding, Chief Ekwozo assured that the fact that he lost in the primary election conducted by his party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA), will not deter him from being a philanthropist, which has been his life before he joined politics, adding that he wanted to fulfill his campaign promises to the executive members of his party at Umuawolo Ward, despite the outcome of the primary election. He appreciated members of the party for standing with him all through and urged them to always identify with individuals who have the welfare of the people at heart, both during and after elections, and advised the beneficiaries to put what they were given to judicious use.
So after the primaries, I could not make it. The thought it is a political statement. Also, I want to prove to them that my word is not political, but it's reality. So that's today it came to pass. I want them to use the vehicles to make a difference on their life. I always advise them to take life step by step, because a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step.
Some of the beneficiaries, including Mr. Oluchukwu Nwankwo and a widow, Mrs. Chinyere Obala, who got the opportunity through a ballot, expressed gratitude to their benefactor and promised to use the vehicles to provide for their family.
O surprise right? Ama mebe gebido mwe na asi obi bụ nsa aṅụrị na-ekene mmadụ niile ndị bịa so ṅụrịa wee na-asa with God all things are possible.
Ekpere na ekpere ya bụ arụ ike na ogologo ndụ ka na ekpere ya ya na ezinụlọ ya ma obodo anyị bụ Ụmụawụlụ.
From Ụmụawụlụ in Awka South Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
No fewer than 137 persons out of the 344 civil servants on the Directorate cadre just linked to be appointed as principals of the nation's 110 unity schools across the country failed the examination organized by the Federal Ministry of Education. Reports say that 207 directors who passed the computer-based competency test have been scheduled for oral interviews. Nigeria's 110 unity schools include the special schools for the gifted spread across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The federal government had decided that from the 2022-2023 academic session, those to be appointed principals of the school must have taken part in the competency-based test and emerged successful. Millions of students across the Philippines have returned to the classroom on Monday after one of the world's longest school closures. Almost half the country's schools have resumed in-person classes after more than 2 years of distance learning. The Philippines was one of the last few countries to transition back to face-to-face learning after COVID struck. And over now to sports. Robert Lewandowski got off the mark for Barcelona with a double as Ansu Fati starred as a substitute in a 4-1 victory over Real Sociedad on Sunday, while Villarreal won at Atletico Madrid. Poland striker Lewandowski, celebrating his 34th birthday, put Barca ahead inside 50 seconds before Alexander Isak leveled for La Real in San Sebastian. But Fati came off the bench to create goals for Ousmane Dembele and Lewandowski before completing the scoring himself. Barca's first win of the season followed a disappointing goalless draw at home to Rayo Vallecano on the opening weekend. Remember that you can follow news and program on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Awka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Wife of Anambra State Governor Mrs. Soludo has vowed to ensure hygiene campaign reaches all homes in Anambra. 25 hotels, banks have been sealed in Anambra State over non-payment of taxes and levies. Over 100 directors have failed tests to become principals of Unity School. And we also told you that in Philippines, students have returned to school first time in 2 years after COVID. Here's a special message before we go. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the tax ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good morning.